All right, welcome back, welcome back. As you can see in the title of the video, I'm sure you guys are wondering, what in the heck? So, when I went to go do my fitness and my drug test, I thought it was something that was going to be separate, because normally that's what happens with everyone else, but when I got the notification, I got one separately for my fitness and one for my drug test. But what I realized is that they actually scheduled it on the same day. So, and it was in the same office that I had to go into, or the same building I had to go into to get the test completed. So, the fitness test, that was a no-brainer for me, right? I pride myself on being in really good, healthy physical shape. So, I know that my cardio is on point, my strength is on point, and, everything else was pretty competent. I mean, for the most part, there's a lot of things that I'm working on too, but all in all, I felt very confident and fully aware that I was going to do really good on the fitness test. So I walked in there, I did really well on my push-up, my sit-up, and my step-up test, and didn't have any issues with that. And then right after I did that, they brought me over to another room, and then that's where they were gonna have me do a drug test. So I went to that room, signed a couple documents, and then I went over to the restroom and I did my drug test, came back. So after that, about a couple weeks later, I got the results back, and they told me that I was successful in my Border Patrol fitness test, and I was successful with the drug test as well. So, and I had the same confidence as I had with the fitness test, the same confidence I had going to do my drug test, because I knew the drug test was pretty much a no-brainer for me, because I've never done any sort of weed. I've never done drugs. I've never smoked weed. I've never done anything in my life. Because for me, that's just that's just something I have never had any interest in. Period. And especially going into a career field like this, it's just that's important. You have to be clean, and you just have to be steady. You got to be sharp. So I knew that for a fact that I was going to do really well on both those tests, and I was very proud of the outcome. And then so moving forward, I was able to get a schedule for a polygraph, which I'll get into in another video. But anyway, here's my advice. Like, if you're someone that's going through this and getting ready to take it, whether it's the fitness or the drug test, obviously with the drug test, that's a no-brainer, right? You have to be completely cleaned out. You have to just be, you already know what it takes to pass the drug test. So, that's just something that you need to handle on your part. And, you gotta be honest with yourself as well. But, if you haven't done anything, obviously you should be fine, But anyway, to get into the fitness test. So pretty much they want to see if you can be able to do 25 push-ups in under a minute, 25 sit-ups in under a minute, and then I think it's a 14-inch step-up test for 5 minutes. So they're pretty much testing your physical strength and your functionality or your endurance, and to do the step test. So my recommendation is, do everything you can to maximize your strength and to maximize your endurance. Obviously the push-up and the sit-up and the step-up, they're very simple movements. It's very, very simple stuff. But if you are already in shape and you've trained to be in physically great shape, then you shouldn't have a problem with it. But if you're someone who kind of struggles with it, I would suggest you getting into a weight training regimen and adding some kind of endurance and cardio routine to your fitness routine, so that way you can have maximum output and you can have the best results possible going into the test. At the end of the day, it's just all about being prepared, and as long as you're prepared, you won't have any problem passing these tests. And I can say so for myself. So the journey continues, and I'm gonna leave it there. In the next video, I will dive into the polygraph, because now I'm waiting for that to come around, and once it comes up and I go through it, I will let you guys know how that goes. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and feel free to comment, like, subscribe. But if you want to reach out and you have any recommendations for myself or any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'll get back with you guys again later.